The state of Nebraska has fucked around and found out as they are ready to go bankrupt in the next 6 months. Their state's economy relies heavily on agriculture, and over 70% of their workforce is from undocumented immigrants. Knowing this, they voted for Trump, hoping that he would get rid of the undocumented immigrants. And now they are severely understaffed across the entire state, unable to find enough workers to replace the undocumented immigrants who supplied their state with enough workforce. This is the find out stage of fuck around and find out. In the next 6 months, the state of Nebraska will be entirely bankrupt, unable to support itself, and be looking for a bailout from the federal government. All because they let their racism and hate towards immigrants be more important than their economic livelihoods. There's nothing to feel bad about here. They voted for this. They knew exactly what they were voting for. Now they have what they wanted. Let's see how it turns out for them.
Maybe y'all saw the news out of Nebraska today. Apparently our entire state is going to go bankrupt in 2 quarters. Me and my husband owned a cattle ranch here, and I can confirm that all of the cattle ranchers here overwhelmingly voted for Trump. We support him. We voted for him. Something like 70% of our entire workforce is undocumented immigrants, and they straight up are not showing up for work anymore. They have all either fled the country, fled the state. They don't want to get raided while at work, so they have just moved on to work somewhere else. And straight up, we are gonna go bankrupt now. We are gonna go bankrupt. And yeah, we voted. We knew that the immigrants would get deported and he was coming after immigrants, yet we still voted for it. Overwhelmingly voted for our own demise. I was talking to my husband last night, and I have to admit that it seems a bit foolish now when you think about it like that we voted for something that is now putting us directly out of business.
In this video, ranchers and farmers in Nebraska effed around, and now they are finding out. This is the FAFO season, and this is the turn of ranchers and farmers from Nebraska who voted Donald Trump, and now they are regretting voting for Donald Trump. So let's watch the following videos as they complain. That we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the videos, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together.
Nebraska is not too happy right now with what's going on in politics. And they're overwhelmingly supported President Trump. But a lot of them now are saying they made a mistake, that a lot of their farms and ranches are looking to not be able to survive because they've lost a lot of their workers, which happen to be a lot of illegal immigrants. Some are getting on Facebook and other media sites and saying that within so many months, they're going to be bankrupt. There's one person that said 300-year-old family ranch is going to go under. 300 years old, that means 1725, there was a private ranch, family ranch out in Nebraska. I wonder what the Native Americans thought about that. Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. But a lot of them are saying, we didn't realize that it was going to do this to our state and our economy. Y'all are playing out there. You know exactly what you were doing. And then you bit yourself in the toe. And it's not good. But I'm wishing y'all the best of luck. I hope your state don't go bankrupt. Maybe all the money that President is taking from Illinois, not paying us, maybe he can give it to y'all since you voted for him. I don't know. Just a quick idea. Call up Doge. Or why don't y'all get out there and do the work yourself? Get up there and get to those fields. Curious. All right. Or maybe pay $5 million and you can get some of them immigrants back on that farm. Right? Have a good day. And best of luck to Nebraska. Bye.
Well, in today's episode of F Around and Find Out MAGA edition, cattle ranchers in the state of Nebraska who voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump fear the impact on their businesses when Donald Trump implements his mass deportation program that he campaigned on for almost 2 years, that they voted for. And now they're realizing that if he actually implements it, they'll go bankrupt. He told you for almost 2 years that he was going to deport 20 million Hispanic, Latino, undocumented immigrants living and working in the United States. You voted for that. And as cattle ranchers in the state of Nebraska, your business and your profitability depends and relies on undocumented immigrant workers who are now going to be deported by the guy that you voted for who said he was going to do that. How dumb are you people?
Hey, Nebraska, I hear that you get to be Trump's next bankruptcy. Good for you. Way to go. See, your racism and your transphobia and your hatred of women was just bigger than your sense of self-preservation. Yes, it was. And now you're going to lose your granddaddy's farm. See, just like during the pandemic, when there were all of these subsidies and bailouts for farmers, but they went to the mega corporate farms instead of folks like you, you didn't learn your lesson. So now all those tax breaks and handouts and subsidies are going to go to the folks that are waiting in the wings to swoop up your little piece of legacy so they can turn it into just another plot of land on a spreadsheet. So as you're packing up your Mima's mementos, emptying out that room where you raised your babies, loading up that dinner table where hundreds of family gatherings made magic, it's going to be hard. But just know that we're so happy for you that you got what you voted for. We absolutely love this for you. Peace out. Something, something bootstraps.
Welcome back. So in this video, ranchers in Nebraska effed around and now they are finding out. This has been the FAFO season and it is the turn of Nebraska farmers and ranchers to find out what they did. Now, during Donald Trump's campaign, he said that he was going to deport immigrants. That was one of his major policies that he campaigned on, and a lot of people bought into this idea in order for Donald Trump to embark on this mass deportation of illegal and undocumented immigrants. Now, the state of Nebraska are predominantly farmers. They have all sort of farms, being it crop and animal farms as well. Cattle, goats, sheep, all other animals are being reared there. It is predominantly a farming state. About 60 to 70% of the economy is based on farming. And then they also employ about 45 to 65% of illegal or undocumented immigrants to work on their farms. So majority of the people who work on these farms in Nebraska are predominantly undocumented immigrants. So farmers in Nebraska went ahead and voted for Donald Trump, the very presidential candidate who stated emphatically that he was going to embark on mass deportation. They still went ahead and voted for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, after assuming office, has set into motion the mass deportation policy, and this is heavily affecting a lot of people in the United States of America. And now it is the turn of the state of Nebraska, and farmers and ranchers in Nebraska are really having a difficult time now because almost all their workers are these undocumented immigrants. Now that Donald Trump is deporting all these illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants, some of them have been rounded up and deported. A few others who are left are not also showing up on the farms because they don't want to show up on the farms and later be picked up and deported. So some of them are hiding in the state and some have also fled the state altogether. And this is now having a heavy toll on the ranchers and farmers in Nebraska. This is the FAFO season, and now that they are finding out that they made a terrible mistake. One lady stated that she spoke to her husband about the situation that they voted for Donald Trump and it is really affecting them. She accepted responsibility for this whole mess that they have created in the state of Nebraska, in the sense that majority of the people in Nebraska, particularly the farm owners, voted for Donald Trump. I don't know what exactly they were thinking when they were voting for Donald Trump, because he stated that he was going to deport all these undocumented immigrants, and after all these undocumented immigrants have been deported, who were the people that they were thinking were going to fill these jobs on the farms? Or probably they were thinking niggers were going to fill this work and do the works on the farm for them. Let me know what you also think about this in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click also on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.